Good morning, students. Today we will discuss a new topic, that is dictionary. This topic is for class plus 1 CS as well as for plus 1 IP. Students, objectives of the today's lessons are: after the completion of this lesson, student will be learn about the dictionary and the various operations that can be done on dictionary. For example, creation of dictionary, updation of dictionary, deletion of dictionary, and traversing in a dictionary. And student will also be able to create some programs in Python at the end of this lesson. So these are the objective of the lesson. Next, students, the contents of today's lessons are: first of all, we will define this, and after this we will create dictionary. We will see how the dictionary can be created by different methods. Assignment in existing dictionary, how we can assign elements in the dictionary. Accessing dictionary elements, how we can access and print the elements of dictionary. Adding elements in existing dictionary, how we can add new element in the existing dictionary. Deletion of elements from the dictionary. Updation of dictionary. And at the end of this lesson we have some feedback questions for students. Now students, first of all, let's define the dictionary term. Python provides us the various options to store multiple value under variable name. We can store, we can represent multiple values under one name. Suppose we want to create the student record, then one student has its multiple value in its record, like a name, father name, date of birth, contact number, so on. So dictionary is the collection like string, list, or tuple. It is a versatile data type. Dictionary is widely used in Python programs or Python software development. Python has two things: one is key and one is value, and all the data in the dictionary contains data in key value pairs. Dictionary are mutable data type. It is an unordered collection in the form of key value pairs. In list, index of the value is important, where in dictionary key of the value is important. Here we will perform each and of every operation through key of the dictionary. Now student, let's see how we can create the dictionary. To create a dictionary, it is needed to collect pairs of keys, and that is curly braces. We can use curly braces to create this dictionary with key value pairs. This is the example. Teachers is equal to, now students see here, Rajiv, APA and APS are keys, and the math, physics, chemistry and CS are values of keys. Now here in this table you can see the key value pair. Here these are keys and these are values. So you can easily create this dictionary. Some more example of creation of dictionary. Here dict is equal to empty curly bracket. It means it's a empty dictionary. It contains nothing. So here we have created a dictionary, day of month. So here January, Feb, March, April, all these are keys, and values are 31, 28, 31, like this. Another example of dictionary: furniture count, table, chair, desk, stool, rack are keys, and 10, 13, 16, 15, 15 are values. Student, here you have to learn one thing, that the numeric type value or numeric type key cannot be enclosed in inverted comma. Only string type value can be enclosed in inverted comma values. So by these example you can easily understand that how we can create key dictionary. Next is dictionary creation. Key should always be immutable type. Student, learn one thing that in dictionary the values are mutable, mean can be changed, can be updated, but key cannot be changed. If you try to make a key as mutable, then Python will display the error. Here dict is equal to in key I have taken a list, so list is a immutable data type, changeable data type, so the Python will display error. Next is accessing dictionary. How we can access the dictionary? I have already told you that every information from the dictionary can be accessed through its key. So let's we have a teacher dictionary, and we will print teachers of Rajiv, then it will print math. If we want to print math value, then we have to pass key Rajiv in teachers dictionary. We have selected key Rajiv, and on printing math got printed. There are few another example. You can see D of vowel 2 will print E, D of vowel 5 print U in D dictionary. Traversal of a dictionary. To traverse a dictionary, we can use loop for item in dictionary. Here we have taken a D dictionary, and we can use this loop for key in D. Now key will pick up, sorry, K will pick up key one by one. First of all, it will pick 5, then A, then this tuple 1 2, and for every iteration in loop we will print D of K, then it will print first of all number, then string, then tuple. So student, there is an assignment for you. You have to try this, you have to complete this assignment at your home. Develop a dictionary of your friend in which key will be your friend name, and his number will be its value. You can easily do this because we have uh, covered few examples similar to this in the previous slides. Some more example of traversal of dictionary. To access key, we can use to inbuilt method. To access key and values, we can use some predefined inbuilt method, keys and value. So dictionary.keys will print all the keys from the dictionary, and d.values will print all the values from the dictionary. So these are important methods. You can memorize these methods. Next is features of dictionary. The things we have to take care while working on a dictionary. First of all, first one is unordered list. Dictionary is created in the unordered form. There is no sequence of creation of element of the dictionary. Not a sequence. There is no sequence in the dictionary like list, string, and tuple. Keys, here keys are used for indexing. In your string, list, and tuple, we use the indexing, positive indexing 0 1 2 3, and negative indexing from -1 -2 -3, like this. So in this way you can print the dictionary element. Next feature is key should be unique, mean the key of the dictionary cannot be repeated, where the value of the dictionary can be repeated for different keys. Dictionary is mutable, hence we can change the value of certain keys. Next is internally it is stored as mapping. Here in the dictionary, each value of the key is mapped with its key. So it is also known as hash function. Working with dictionary, let's see how to initialize the dictionary. Now here I have taken employee, dictionary and assigned few keys and value to this dictionary. Adding of key value pair. How we can add new key value pair in the dictionary? Take empty dictionary. Now you can assign key value pair like this. Employee of, you will mention, pass the key inside this and assign value to employee of name. In the same way you can create another key value pair. After printing this, you will see that name key has Pankaj value and salary key has this value 20,000. Adding an element in the dictionary. Following syntax is used to add an element in the dictionary. You can add new element like this. Employee, mention the name of the key within this bracket and assign any value which you want to assign to this key. After printing, you can see that new key value pair is added in this existing dictionary. Nesting of dictionary. Student, I have also taken one example in the previous slide regarding student record. If you want to maintain student record, here student name like Mukesh is a single key, but its record has different value. In this way, to create dictionary for this, we have to take nested dictionary. Here Mukesh is key, but the value is in the form of nested dictionary. Nested means the dictionary within dictionary. So using loop we can print all these key value pairs. Updation of a dictionary. How dictionary can be updated? The value of the dictionary can be updated like this. If I want to update the salary key with value 15,000, so I can assign employee of salary is equal to 15,000. Then after printing you can see the dictionary in this way. So there is a little program. Write a program to create a dictionary containing name of employee as a key and their salary as a value. So you can take in previous slide we have seen that we can assign key value pair to the dictionary, but in this we can take the key value pair from the user at the time of execution of the program, and same can be assigned to the empty dictionary. Deletion of element from the dictionary. To delete element from the dictionary we have two methods. First one is del and second one is pop. Del, it only delete the value and does not return deleted value. Pop, it return the deleted value after deletion. You can see the syntax of this del and pop. There is a little difference in the syntax of these. Some more inbuilt method in the dictionary. First one is length, to find the length of the string. Clear, to clear the whole dictionary, to make it empty. Get, to get the value of any key through get method. Items, it return all the items of the dictionary in the form of tuple. Keys, print the keys of the dictionary. Values, print the values of the dictionary. Update, with the help of update method we can update the value of any key within dictionary. At the last we have some feedback questions and same homework question for you. The first is, if D is equal to this 1 Ram 2 Shyam, 1 2 are keys and Ram Shyam are value, then what will be the output of D of 2? Second is, what is the difference between del and pop method in dictionary? Next is, how you will create empty dictionary? And next is, which method is used to find the length of the dictionary? So these are few questions. If you are able to answer these questions, it means you have learned the dictionary in a very good way. So it's all about today's lesson.